Hello everyone, I just wanted to show you some comics I picked up recently at my local comic shop for 25 cents each. That's a pretty good deal. They're not in great shape, but they're good reading copies. 25 cents, I'll take it. So this first one is Action Comics 491. You won't see the number 491 here because it's a Whitman variant, which is pretty cool. Those are a little bit harder to find. To find them still bagged is extremely rare. Whitman comics are they're comics they sold in the 70s and 80s, actually, that are they came polybagged in sets of like 2 or 3 usually, and they'd sell them at drugstores, convenience stores, gas stations, toy stores, places you wouldn't ordinarily find comics. And you can see like the DC logos covered up by Whitman's. And Whitman's right there too, like where the issue number would normally be. So I think it's pretty cool to find one of those for 25 cents. Yeah, so it's got a story. This issue has a story by Cary Bates and art by Curt Swan, guest starring Hawkman. I already have this issue actually, and I didn't realize it when I got it, but the one I have is the regular cover, so cool to have a Whitman's one. Alright. And this came out on January 1979, before I was born. A lot of these issues came out before I was born. I don't remember whether this is considered Bronze Age or Copper Age, but it's getting near the end of the Bronze Age, I think. That's probably still Bronze Age, actually. Alrighty, and the next is Super Friends. This is based on the TV show from the 70s. Super Friends number 41. The cover was done by Fraddon, and Bob Smith. And it's got several stories by different, I think it's got like 3 stories in it by different artists and writers. Pretty much all of these are not direct edition too. They're newsstand edition, which I know a lot of people like. I don't really care that much, but I guess they are kind of harder to find. And this series ended with issue 47, so it wasn't a long-going series. This is actually the only issue I have. Alright, the next is DC Comics Presents number 6, with a script by Paul Levitz and art by Curt Swan and Francisco Chiaramonte. Came out in February 1979. Those are pretty cool. It's pretty torn up and everything, but it's a good reading copy. This is Bronze Age. The next one, for you Star Wars fans out there, there's a lot of Star Wars fans today, and with good reason, because Star Wars is awesome. This is Star Wars number 22. Came out in April 1979. Written by Archie Goodwin, with art by Carmen Infantino and Bob Wiacek. Sorry, I am terrible with names. Terrible pronouncing names. Wiacek. Sorry for butchering your name, whoever you are out there. And another Star Wars number 32. This is also written by Archie Goodwin with art by the same people, Carmine Infantino and Bob Wiacek. This came out in February 1980. And it shows Luke Han and Chewie back on Tatooine. I think it's the first time since the end of the movie adaptation. And then we have Marvel Team Up, Spider-Man and Wonder Man. And this has art by Ron Frenz and Mike Esposito, December 1983. The cover was by Ron Frenz and Al Milgrom, and a script by David Michelini. Then we have more George Lucas stuff. The Further Adventures of Indiana Jones, number 17. Cover by Herb Trimpe, written by David Michelini, and art by Herb Trimpe and Vince Colletta. And this came out in May 1984. And the next one, Indiana Jones, Further Adventures of Indiana Jones, number 34. The cover is by Keith Pollard. The writer is Linda Grant. And the art is by Steve Ditko and Danny Bulanati. And this is actually the final issue of that series. It only ran for 34 issues. I'll move these aside. I'm going to stack them too high. This one's The New Mutants, number 10. This came out on December 1983. The cover is done by Bob McLeod. Script by Chris Claremont, amazing X-Men writer. And the pencils are by Sal Buscema, very good penciler. New Mutants 10, December 1983. Then we get into a couple of issues of Star Trek. We got Star Trek number 3. The cover is actually done by George Perez. I didn't realize he had done Star Trek covers, but apparently he did, which is pretty cool because I love some George Perez. Script is by Mike W. Barr, and pencils by Tom Sutton, interior pencils. And this was this came out on April 1984. The next one is Star Trek number 23. This came out February 1986. The cover was by Denny Cohen and Klaus Janson. The script, the writing, Tony Isabella, and the pencils were Tom Sutton, the interior pencils. Another cool one, I think that's the Excelsior, looks like. And this next one, interesting discovery too that I got. A New Teen Titans Keebler Company drug awareness comic. It was produced in cooperation with the President's Drug Awareness Campaign. So that was Ronald Reagan at the time. It was 1983. It was written by Marv Wolfman and George Perez, and the art was done by George Perez. More awesome George Perez art. An interesting story I found out is DC didn't realize that they couldn't use Robin in this comic. I was wondering why Robin wasn't on the cover. Apparently, they were Robin's licensed by Nabisco, I guess Batman and Robin. and not Keebler, and Keebler are ones that put this out. So they did the whole thing with Robin, and then had to redo it. They had to replace Robin with the Protector. I don't know whether that's a... I haven't read it yet. I don't know whether that's a superhero. If it is, I haven't heard of him. Or if that's just a person in the comic. I don't know. But they replaced everything Robin with the Protector. And they didn't change the story at all. So they got this guy named the Protector in there, acting like Robin, bossing the team around like he's the leader. And so that should be pretty amusing. Looking forward to reading that one. But there's also a letter in there from Nancy Reagan. And apparently they reprinted this quite a bit of times. And for some reason they replaced Speedy with Kid Flash in all of the reprints. I don't know why. So I guess this is kind of a mess all around. But I don't know. It should be interesting to see if it's a good story or not. 25 cents. Can't beat it. Alright, the next one, here's some more good stuff. Green Lantern and Green Arrow. So this is issue number 104. Guest starring Black Canary. Cover by Mike Grell. And a script by Denny O'Neil. The legendary Denny O'Neil. Amazing writer. Pencils by Alex Saviuk. I don't know if I'm saying that right. All these Denny O'Neil Green Lantern, Green Arrows are great. All of the ones I've read anyway. Here's another Green Lantern, Green Arrow. So lucky to get this stuff for 25 cents. Issue number 122. This came out in November of 1979. And it's actually the last issue to feature Green Arrow on the logo. So from then on, it was just went back to Green Lantern. Started with Green Lantern and went back to just Green Lantern. I guess Green Arrow stayed in the comic for a while, but they just took his name off the title for some reason. I'm not sure why. The cover's by Dick Giordano, script by Denny O'Neil again, and pencils by Don Heck. And this issue also features Superman, Guy Gardner, and Black Canary. And the Flash, apparently. And Hawkman, I see on there. So, a lot of guest stars in this one. This next one I just picked up because it looked cool, I guess. 25 cents. It's called, the title is Ghosts, number 102. It says You Will Believe in Ghosts, but it's actually just Ghosts is the name of the book. It looked cool, like one of these horror things. Not pre-code horror, but horror books are always interesting to me. Came out in July 1981. Covered by Rick Buckler and Dick Giordano. And apparently has various short stories in it by lots of different artists and writers. So, looks interesting. Looking forward to reading it. Alright, let's move these aside. Then we have Batman, number 391. And this one came out in January 1986, post Crisis on Infinite Earths. So this is definitely Copper Age. I think Copper Age is considered after Crisis on Infinite Earths and Secret Wars. Stuff like that. Before that, I think, is Bronze Age. I don't know if there's an exact change from bronze to copper, but I think that's roughly that's what I consider anyway. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I consider it. So anyway, cover by Tom Mandrake, script by Doug Monick, and interior art by Tom Mandrake. So any Batman for 25 cents, I'll take it. Here's another one, Detective Comics, number 550. This came out in May 1985. And the cover is by Pat Broderick. Script by Doug Monick again, I guess he was doing the Batman comics around this time. Pencils by Pat Broderick. And there's actually a backup story in this featuring Alan Moore, one of my favorite writers. Wrote Watchmen, V for Vendetta, The Killing Joke. He's an absolute amazing writer. Doesn't do much stuff for DC or Marvel or anything anymore. Doesn't do any, actually. I guess he got fed up with licensing and stuff. But yeah, just a great writer. So looking forward to reading that one. Then we have Detective Comics number 556 from November 1985. Cover by Gene Colan and Dick Giordano, and written by Doug Monick again, and interior pencils by Gene Colan. Some of these, like this one and one of those Star Treks, had some serious spine roll, but I was able to flatten them out some. Here's another really cool 25-cent grab. The Incredible Hulk, number 265. I haven't been a fan of Hulk comics in recent years, but this older stuff is really good. So this one came out in November of 1981. Story by Bill Mantlo. Art by Sal Buscema. So no Hulk 181s in that 25-cent pile, but 265 is the closest I could get. But 25 cents, I'll take it. And then got a couple more Hulks. Incredible Hulk number 363, December 1989. Cover by Gene Colan. And written by Peter David, another great writer. He's written so much stuff I've liked. Pencils by Jeff Purvis. So that's another good one. And then we got Incredible Hulk 365. Came out in January 1990. Probably right around the time I started reading Marvel comics. Cover by Walt Simonson. Another script by Peter David. And pencils by Jeff Purvis. Purvis? Names. Okay, just got a few more now. Justice League of America, number 128. You can barely read the number up here. But hey, it's a decent Bronze Age Justice League. Came out March 1976. And it's the issue where Wonder Woman rejoins the group. Cover by Ernie Chan, script by Martin Pasco, pencils by Dick Dillon. And it's actually the last Justice League of America 25-cent issue. I think they went to 35 cents after that. Maybe it was 30. I can't remember. And then we got a little later Justice League issue. Justice League 248 from March 1986. Written by Gary Conway, and interior art and cover by Luke McDonnell and Bill Ray. And then the last issue I got was 25-cent run was The New Adventures of Superboy, number 13 from January 1981. Cover is Kurt Schaffenberger, and it was written by Cary Bates, and interior pencils were also by Kurt Schaffenberger. So I hope you enjoyed seeing my 25-cent pickups. Just wanted to show them off. Happy to get such a good deal on some older issues. I got some more stuff I'm going to show y'all Thursday. Went to get one of my graphic novels signed, and picked up a bunch of back issues that were on sale. Mostly Silver Age stuff, a little bit of Copper Age. Actually, mostly bronze and silver. And a little mix, bronze, silver, and copper. But yeah, so, and most of that stuff's, actually all of that stuff is Superman stuff, so if you're a Superman fan, check that out pretty soon. But just thought I'd do this little extra video this week, since I don't have too many videos on my channel anyway. So, here I go babbling on, but hope everyone has a good week. Thanks for watching.